Hi there again, and welcome back to the 5 honest and truthful reasons you may never lose weight and improve your health and fitness. Hi again, I'm your host, Coach Carl, and we're going to get right into step number 2, or reason number 2, or rule number 2, if you will. Knowledge is not skill. Knowledge plus 10,000 times is skill. So rule number 2 that we're going to think about right now is that health and fitness is a skill. That may sound weird to you, but I'm going to describe exactly how that is going to benefit you and exactly how you're going to use this to your advantage right now. Getting back to Laura, when I first talked to her about this is pretty much what she said to me. She said, "What the hell are you talking about? Health and fitness is a skill." And that might be a little bit along the lines of what you're thinking right now as well. That being said, what I told her was the reason that you've struggled in the past has 90% to do with your approach to health and fitness. So all you really have to do is change your approach, and obviously you're going to dramatically change your outcome. So let me ask you, Laura, this is exactly what I said to her. You're a businesswoman. When you've needed to acquire a new skill for your job, how did you go about doing it? This is what Laura came up with. She said she's a very smart woman. This is what she came up with. Well, figure out what skill I needed. Then I found someone who's mastered that skill themselves. I modeled them and asked them for help when I needed it. I made adjustments along the way if something wasn't working. And then once I had it down, I practiced it until it became permanent. I was incredibly impressed when she mentioned that stuff. And it's funny how if we just take situations that we've already had success with in our lives in other areas and apply them to the areas that we want to improve, the answers are already there. We just need a way of going around finding them. So how can you apply these exact same principles and steps to your goals of either losing weight or improving your health and fitness, or both? That's exactly what we're going to go over now. We're going to go over how to make losing weight and improving your health and fitness a skill. So step number 1 is figure out what skills you need. And if you remember, we have 3 main ingredients. The first ingredient is really simple. It's just getting off your butt and moving with a purpose. And when I say moving with purpose, it means that your workouts have an intention behind them and you leave those workouts feeling empowered. Not just walking around the block and not breaking a sweat. It's something that when you are done your workout, you're like, wow, that was a good workout. That's what I mean by with purpose. Ingredient number 2, really simply, start eating foods that enable your body to become its best. So I talked about this previously, but if you forgot, you don't want to focus on deletion when it comes to your diet. You don't want to focus on taking things out. You want to focus on putting things in. Reason being, because if you're focusing on taking things out, that's stressful. That is not a pleasant experience. Whereas if you just focus on something small, for example, like saying having a nice healthy shake in the morning, that's something that you're adding in. That's something more manageable and a lot less stressful. And ingredient number 3, of course, the most important, train your mind to be your best friend instead of your worst enemy. You'll never get off your butt and move with purpose if you don't have your mind set in the right place. And you'll never start eating foods that enable your body to become its best if you don't have your mind in the right place first. So those are the 3 critical ingredients that you need to tackle. Number 2, find someone who has mastered that skill themselves. So you have 2 options here. Option number 1, just find a person who has done what you're looking to do and is willing to help you. Really simply, that could be a friend, that could be a family member, anyone who's achieved the results that you want and has been along a similar path. That's who you want to look for. Or option number 2 is just find a coach who has coached others like you. That's very simple to do as well. If you're looking for a coach, this is exactly what you want to be looking for sure. They should be bald. They should be charming. They should be very funny. They should have script tattoos on both arms. And you'll want to make sure that they probably know what they're talking about. Just saying, that would be the ideal coach right there. Step number 3, model them and ask them for help when you need it. So you need to find out what they did and keep in touch with them. That's where the accountability portion will come in as well. And we all know that without accountability, you're going to fall off the wagon just like times in the past. Step number 4, need to make adjustments along the way. That's plain and simple. Progress, not perfection. That's exactly what we're looking for. So many people fail because they think they need to have it perfect right off the bat. It's never going to work out like that. It could take weeks, it could take months, it could take years, but that doesn't matter because you're eventually going to get to where you want to go if you seek progress, not perfection. And step number 5 is that once you've got it down, you practice it until it becomes permanent. And that's just instilling that habit on a daily basis. Like I talked about before, we're going for singles, not home runs. So just hitting those singles every single day and making sure that the habits you want become permanent. Habit is the intersection of knowledge, what to do, skill, how to do, and desire, want to do. Get all 3 of those in line, and I guarantee your success is not only possible, but it's inevitable. With these first 2 steps alone, you've got way more than 90% of the people out there who basically go about losing weight and improving their health and fitness blindly because they get a gym membership or they try a new diet without getting the most important pieces of the puzzle in place first, which you have just done. So you are way ahead of the game. But let's not stop here. Let's keep this going. So here's your second task. Number 1, you're going to find a coach or a mentor. Number 2, you're going to contact them today and set a date and time to chat with them so that you can let them know what you're up to and see if they're willing to help you out. But one more thing. Like I said right from the beginning, I am here to support you both directly or indirectly, whether you want my coaching or not. I want to make sure you get to your goals. So what you're going to do is you're going to email me once you've completed those 5 steps I just listed, which really, if you're serious, you could get done in less than an hour. So to recap, all you're going to need to do is find your coach or mentor, contact them, and then email me task to complete at info@LWTB.com. That's all you have to do. Those 3 simple things right here. That way you can guarantee you'll be happy, be healthy, and get results.